Hey everybody. So, excuse the lovely frizzy messy hair. I got home and it was very windblown after my drive, and it's hot, so my hair is just a hot mess. Anyway, so I had my behavioral health eval this morning. That's gonna drive me nuts. And it was in Bremerton, which is about 2.5 hours away. And so I left at 5:20 to see if a coffee stand was open, because I thought they opened at 6, but I was just praying there was a coffee stand open earlier. And there was. Yay. And just so you know, I had an amazing coffee this morning. It was a beautiful way to start the day. So if you're interested in a new coffee flavor, I would try a white chocolate, coconut, roasted marshmallow mocha with oat milk. And I get mine iced. I don't like hot coffee, but it was so good. So good. It was my sweet treat today. I'm giving up my caffeine next week because I don't want to go through withdrawals and recovery from surgery, because I can't have caffeine after surgery, at least for a month, I think it is. So anyway, had to have my sweet treat. I will have coffee the rest of this week, and then that's it. So try it. So good. Anyway, so I get to Bremerton. I'm filling out my paperwork, and Bruce calls me back into his office, and he's like, "So where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, coming from Forks." And he's like, "Forks? Why Forks?" And I'm like, "'Cause I live there." I didn't really know how to answer that, so I just kind of laughed. I was like, "Yeah, Forks." Right? And he's like, "Did anyone tell you could do this on Zoom?" I could have done it online and not have driven 2.5 hours one way and 2.5 hours another way. But you know what? I really can't complain, because the lake was beautiful. It's sunny out. There weren't too many heifers on the road pissing me off. I get road rage, and I use a lot of colorful words, and there weren't too many of those kind of people out. So my drive was actually pretty peaceful. Couple of moments where I was like, but that's okay. Anyway, so we get past that moment where I find out I didn't have to drive all the way there. And he's like, "All right, let's get to it." I'm like, "Let's do this." And we just talked about we didn't really talk about much. It was only a half an hour appointment. I thought it was going to be about an hour, and it was not what I expected. I expected ink blots and like some formal cognitive questions that, test my mental stability. And, I expected him to find something in my history that was just like a complete, nope, no surgery. You're crazy as fuck. Sorry. But he was actually very pleased with my decision-making, problem-solving, coping skills, all of that. So that was really comforting. He said some very nice things. Of course, made me cry, because that's just what I do. It's just what I do. You know that. So he asked things like, about my trauma history, because that plays a role in a lot of people who overeat or binge eat, which in my case, it's mostly binge eating that I have a problem with, or when I have a craving, I kind of give in and don't find something else to do. But through therapy, I have found a lot of new coping skills, and I've been stocking up on art stuff and meditation apps and Tai Chi and stuff like that for my virtual reality headset, and just stuff for me to healthy stuff for me to replace food with. And I really like the Tai Chi. It's very challenging, and I'm going to start yoga again. I need to be moving my body. That's just kind of a given. And those two things feel really good. Walking feels fine. It's just boring. But the Tai Chi is nice and challenging. So that's a coping skill I'm going to use. I've been doing artwork. I haven't done a lot of art since my first marriage, and that's like over a decade ago, way over a decade. And so I've been doing clay and pressed flower stuff, kind of practicing for my wedding. So I kind of told him a little bit about all that stuff. And then he asked about addiction. And we talked about my alcoholism a little bit. And that made me nervous just because, you know, it's addiction. Just made me nervous. I thought he was going to think I wasn't going to keep my sobriety or something after surgery. So I just was like, oh, great, here we go. This is going to do me in, you know. But it didn't. He was very pleased that I'm in therapy and coping with my alcoholism well and maintaining sobriety. And we talked about my goals for after surgery and why I chose surgery. He asked about me being in therapy. I explained that I chose to go back to therapy specifically for this process. And he was actually kind of caught off guard a little bit by that. He, I guess, doesn't get that very often where people choose to go to therapy to make sure they maintain stability and everything through this major life change. So that felt pretty good that I made a really good decision to do that. And I can't actually wait to tell my therapist that this visit just went really well. If I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I'm just hot, a little sleepy, and excited and all that good stuff. So just kind of like letting it all out. What else did we talk about? Not a whole lot. He just asked about my support system, and I've got all of you guys. Everybody has been kind, supportive, understanding. Everybody has been just amazing. All of you, my family. So he's comfortable with knowing that I have the support I need. So that's good. And so, long story short, I'm cleared for surgery. Mentally, anyway. Yay! I'm cleared for surgery. So, he wrote that up today, sent it over, and then insurance will get it. And, yeah, cleared for surgery. Oh, yeah. So excited. 3.5 years in the making. So it's just getting really real. And yeah, really real. So 7 weeks. 7 weeks until surgery. It's going to go by so fast because of everything that's going on that we haven't shared with you yet. So, oh my gosh, 7 weeks. So next steps, tomorrow night I have my sleep study in Squim. So I get to drive back into town, but that's only an hour and a half. So that's not too bad. And I don't have to come back same night. So, that's kind of nice. That'll work out. So sleep study is the last procedure that I have to have before the actual surgery. Excuse me. And, so we're going to do that. Again, my sleep specialist really thinks I have apnea, so I'm preparing to get a CPAP. Just kind of get used to the idea of having to sleep with one of those. I'm not excited at all. So if you have a CPAP, tell me about your mask. Tell me about how you prop yourself up. If you need to prop yourself up, tell me, what makes it more comfortable, that kind of stuff, just so I know more, I guess, before I get mine. Fingers crossed I don't need one, but she's kind of sure I do, so we'll see. And then when I get back for my sleep study on Wednesday morning, I have my bariatric surgery class, And that is to go over my liver shrinking diet and my 5-phase diet after surgery, which is from hospital stay to what I'll be doing the rest of my life. So we're going to go over all that. And then I have my med appointment on Monday, which was the one where we just discussed my medications, how and when, and what changes I need to make to take them. And then that's it. My requirements are done in 1 week. 1 week, everything is done. I'll have my pre-op appointment mid-August, where I'll see Dr. Reyes again. We'll go over all the specifics more in detail and do my lab work, my pre-op lab work. And then, yeah, just gotta not get COVID between now and then. So I'm probably not going to be out and about a whole lot. And when I am out, I don't know really how well they work or if they work at all. I don't know. I don't care. I'm still going to wear masks everywhere just because it'll just give me peace of mind, if anything. But I'm just going to try and be super, super careful and kind of isolate myself, except for what I absolutely have to do. And just pray not to get the big C before surgery, because I've been waiting a long time for this and I don't want to push back anymore. And then guess what? October comes and I can be bored. I am so busy right now. I cannot wait to be bored. That's it. That's all I have for you now. Kind of rambled, but hope it all made sense. Talk to y'all later. Got a cat tree to put together.